Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 interesting animal facts that you may not know about. Some of us may think that we know a lot about the animal world. Um, for example, we know that dogs would lick their wounds to to make them heal faster, right? Or that cats would lick their fur, or as a way of grooming their fur. But there are some animal facts out there that are either downright interesting or somehow fascinating for some. So I'm going to be talking about some interesting animal facts that may blow your mind. Number 10, giant pandas. We all know what giant pandas are, right? Right? But you might think that they're not interesting. I mean, we all know that pandas eat almost entirely bamboo. Oh, and of course, to no one's surprise, they're bears. But have you ever heard that giant pandas have one thing that most bear species don't? Well, one interesting thing about pandas is that they have vertical pupils similar to domestic cats. And I'm not joking. If you search what a bear, well, if you search what a giant panda's eyes look like, you're definitely gonna see the vertical pupil. Well, since pandas would need this adaptation, and since they're mostly active during night and in the twilight hours, hence their vertical pupils is an adaptation to help them see in the darkness of the night. Pretty useful, huh? Number 9, snow leopards. Snow leopards. Now, a lot of people think that snow leopards are basically related to leopards. I mean, they have the word leopard in their name. But snow leopards are actually more closely related to tigers than actual leopards. And as both leopards and not leopards, but snow leopards and tigers share a common ancestor. I don't know what it's pronounced, so correct me if I'm wrong on how I spelled it, but its common ancestor is called the Miacid or Miacid. Let me know how you pronounce it in the comments. Or, I guess you can correct me. Anyways, the Miacid is an ancient carnivore that lived with over 62 million years. Yes. Well, they lived 62 million years ago, that is. Anyways, number 8, sloths. Everybody knows what a sloth is. They're one of the slowest land mammals, reaching up to 5 feet per second on the ground and 50 feet per second while climbing trees. But have you ever heard that sloths are actually faster while swimming? Well, you heard me right. While swimming, a sloth can reach speeds up to 44 feet per minute. Not second. So a sloth up on the ground can reach 5 feet per minute, up in trees 50 feet per minute, but 44 feet per minute while swimming? Now you might be asking, why would they swim in the first place? Well, sloths that live, that is sloth species that live near rivers or mangroves would actually drop themselves into the water to either find potential mates or seeking new territory. After all, well, does have the rainforest does have bodies of water. Anyways, number 6, snails. I mean, number 7. Now tell me, what do squids and snails have in common? I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to answer. Did you get it? Well, if you don't know the answer is that both squids and octopuses, well, and snails have something called a radula, or radula, whatever you want to call it. Which is a structure. The radula is a structure filled with tiny teeth, and it's a trait exclusively found in mollusks, except bivalves. Bivalves don't have this trait. Anyways, snails would use their radula to grind up plant material that they eat before swallowing it. I guess you can think of it as some kind of half tongue. Not half tongue, but you can think of it as a tongue full of teeth, I guess. Something like that. Number 6, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, despite what you see in the Jurassic Park films, the T-Rex never roared in real life. But why? Why can't the T-Rex roar in real life? Well, this is because the larynx and syrinx, sound-producing organs found in modern-day birds, is not actually found in non-avian dinosaurs. It is thought that the sound-producing organs found in modern birds is an evolutionary trait. So instead of roaring, which would have scared off its prey, to no one's surprise, since it would know where it is, right? Instead of roaring, the T-Rex would have resorted to closed-mouth vocalization, where it would use sounds without opening their mouths. They would do this by inflating their throats and emitting a low-frequency sound. Although this low-frequency sound cannot be heard, it can be felt, which would definitely make the T-Rex more quieter, since you won't even know that it could be behind you. Imagine you're in the woods and you feel vibrations, and then when you turn your back, you see a Tyrannosaurus Rex behind you. You'd be so scared when you're trying to run. Anyways, number 5, jaguars. Now, unlike most big cats, well, or maybe all big cats, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, that is lions and tigers to be exact. Right? Anyways, unlike lions and tigers, jaguars don't really go for the throat of their prey, but instead would aim for the back of the skull. Well, as its bite force is strong enough to crush the skull and penetrate the brain to kill the prey while they emit their last dying shriek. Which is definitely unique, for a jaguar. Which is definitely unique since they have a different method of killing their prey. Number 4, the megalodon. Now, a lot of people started to think that the Megalodon is related to the great white shark, but it turns out that the Megalodon is more closely related to the short fin mako shark than actual great whites. On top of all that, megalodons are the last members of a different lineage of sharks altogether. Number 3, horses. Now, horses do have a powerful kick, but have you ever heard they have a strong bite as well? And I'm not kidding. A horse's bite force can reach about 500 pounds per square inch. For comparison, a pit bull dog have a bite force of about 235 psi. Which means that a horse's bite force is stronger than a pit bull's. Big yikes. Not only is a horse's bite extremely painful, but it can lead to infection if it's left untreated. Number 2, hippopotamus. Despite spending all of their time in rivers and lakes, hippos can't really swim at all, as their bone structure is too dense to keep them afloat. So what do they? How do they move around underwater if they cannot swim? It's easy. They just walk along the riverbed and in a slow motion gallop. And finally, we get to number 1, moray eels. Now, what's so interesting about moray eels? Well, what if I tell you they have a second set of jaws that can extend from its throat? The main jaws would catch their prey. The main jaws catches the prey, whether it's a fish or an octopus, which are animals that moray eels would prey on. Then the second set of jaws, which have pointy backward-facing teeth, would drag the prey into the moray's throat. This definitely makes them more unique compared to other bony fish. And with that, we reached the end of the video. Well, of this video. Well, I hope this video is informative, and make sure to like and subscribe. And turn on notifications if you want to get more content. And I'll see you on the next video.